everybody except for one person pretty much agreed that this was kind of like date rape. What happened in Coming to America? I've had a whole lot of dudes get in here and say something that is just completely wrong. But before we see what some of those comments were, take a look at the rape scene again, and then we'll break it down.
Offered me some of her ceremonial herbs. Then, if memory serves, a wild boar burst into the room. He came and jumped into my lap, and then he began to ram me, and ram me, and ram me, ram me. Ow!
Ladies and gentlemen, Eddie Murphy is clearly telling you he's got to hide from her contact. They played the little spacey music that's just let you know he's spaced out. And then, for whatever reason, he thought she turned into a wild boar. Okay. Let me read to you a comment someone said that is just, it's asinine. It's asinine. That wasn't rape. It may have been sex offense, but it wasn't rape according to the law because his penis was erect, which constitute compliance. Just saying. So, me being a scholar, I looked it up, even though I didn't have to. And let me just say this. To all you fellas out there that are saying, if a penis gets hard, it's not rape, let me ask you this. When a man rapes a woman, do you or do you not think her vagina gets wet? Yes, it does. Does that mean she wants the penis in her? No, it doesn't. She ain't consent to it. Let me say this to you men too. Maybe this will really crystallize for you. If you are a heterosexual man and another man jumps on you and starts sucking your penis, it is going to get erect. Period. Period. If your penis work, it's going to get erect. Did you want this man to get on you and start sucking your penis? Nope. So what would you call that? Now, Larry, let me give you the clear definition. Here it is. Laws regarding rape. And I'm going to read this whole thing, so y'all bear with me. Rape is a type of sexual assault initiated by one or more persons against another person without that person's consent. The act may be carried out by physical force or where the person is under threat or manipulation. Keep in mind, manipulation. Or with a person who is incapable of valid consent. Let me read that again. With a person who is incapable of valid consent.
Intoxication.
I'm going to get to it. It is the name of a statutory crime in jurisdictions such as England, Wales, Northern Ireland, Scotland, California, New York, and is a legal term of art used to the definition of the offense of sexual violation in New Zealand. Definitions of rape vary, and though rape is usually dependent upon whether or not consent was present during the act, the term consent varies as well. Minors, for example, are often considered too young to consent to sexual relations with older persons. Consent is also considered invalid if obtained under duress or from a person who does not have the ability to understand the nature of the act due to factors such as young age, mental disability, or substance intoxication. What else do we need to say, Larry?
It was rape. That's it. Plain and simple. I don't care what anybody says. People think that because you have an erect penis, that means compliance. I can tell you right now, all the times that I have sat in class and prayed that I didn't have a teacher call upon me because I had an involuntary erection. I can tell you all the times I've woken up in the morning, getting ready to go and have morning wood. I'm not sexually aroused. It's not like I'm thinking to myself, oh yeah, I'm complying with something. No. Sometimes your penis gets hard because it is called blood flow, and that's what happens. It's rape. Period. Point blank.
Yep. And here's what another poster had to say. Now, like I said, I was dismayed that I had a handful of men arguing that it wasn't rape because you get an erection, which is just, I'm sorry, fellas, that's just wrong. I'm not going to sit up here and say you need to educate yourself and all that bullshit people say to be nice. You're just fucking wrong this time. It is rape. If you're under duress, if everything I just read to you, it is rape. So if you're doing that with a woman, you take her to the club and you get her so drunk she don't know what the hell is going on. If she decide that it was wrong, she wake up and realize your semen is in her vagina, she can call rape, and it ain't nothing your ass can do. You better make sure you know.
Yeah, that's what you can do.
Right. You better make sure you know these people. But here was a comment that, was cool. Coming to America was horrible. To vote for me. I loved all the actors, but that rape scene was cringeworthy. So for as much as comments I got that people were saying that it wasn't rape, I got like a 3-to-1 ratio of people saying that was basically date rape against a man. So, ladies and gentlemen, when people give you, I don't even know why I even had to go this far to do this. This is the clear scientific definition. I didn't make this up. This is in Wikipedia. You can look it up yourself. And if you're going to sit here and try to tell me your thoughts on something else, that's an opinion, not fact. Period.
I'll tell you, man, I've had discussions about this very topic because of this movie with friends and family, and it shocks me to my core to just not. I can't understand how they watch that, they look at that, and they don't see a forcible rape. I'm like, this dude literally had this other human being sexually forced upon them with it was they tried to make it seem funny, but they drugged the person and then physically sexually violated them. I don't understand at what point. I've talked to a number of people on that, when I posted this on my Facebook page, my review of this movie, and I had to say, I don't understand at what point did I become the politically correct asshole for calling out rape? Mm-hmm. At what point people started to say, oh, you're being politically correct. I'm thinking to myself, when did I become the politically correct asshole? Because I'm saying that rape is bullshit. I think that should be a pretty universal stance that we could all take. That should be pretty much a safe zone to say, raise your hand if you think rape is bad. I agree. I think that should not be some point of argument. So
I'm going to say this to Black Fox. It don't matter if it was Laurie Harvey, Halle Berry. It don't matter who it was. It was still rape. Now we just made an eloquent argument that we're sick of Hollywood making dark-skinned women these hot in the pants heathens, and they need to quit doing that shit. So it wouldn't have mattered to us whether it was Halle Berry, Naomi Campbell. It don't matter who it would have been. It would still been the same thing.
And all the language that he used that was just so demeaning. What did he say? She was some sort of morally repugnant or something, or morally bereft or something like that. Yep. That she was a wild boar. It was just. The language was so demeaning towards Black women. It was just, it was vulgar and vile. To me, if I had not decided that I was going to watch this movie so that we could talk about it and review it, I would have turned it off at that moment. I would have been like, no, I'm out. This is some bullshit. I'm out. I just don't understand. Are we as Black people still so desperate to see ourselves and our faces on screen that's the level of depravity we're willing to accept? Because I'm not. That's just garbage. I'm not. I'll be honest with you. Eddie Murphy needs to redeem himself before I even feel like watching any more of his stuff. I'm like, if that's what he's gonna deliver, come on, man. I'm not supporting that crap. That's garbage.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to turn the page, and we've got other things we're going to start reviewing. I do feel pretty comfortable that we're going to get a little bit more, because Hollywood has a huge stable of extremely talented African Americans that go across the entire color spectrum. And certainly we can do better with storylines and how we portray our people in society.